Believe it or not, this expression is an integer. The business inside the cube roots, these are elements of an extension field of the rational numbers, a system of numbers that have the form rational plus rational times the square root of 5. If you've ever worked with complex numbers, you've worked with an extension field where the bit inside the square root is -1. If we take the cube root of a complex number, we expect to get another complex number. We can add, subtract, multiply, divide these square root of 5-ish numbers, and the result will be more square root of 5-ish numbers. This cube root will therefore have the form of a plus b times the square root of 5, where a and b are rational numbers. This implies that we can cube this general expression using the binomial theorem and get this beast. The portion without the square root of 5 is equal to 2 in our example, and the portion with the square root of 5 is equal to 1 in our example. What values for a and b will make this work? If we double both sides of the second equation and combine it with the first equation, we end up with a cubic which we can solve using the rational root theorem. Consider this to be a cubic with the variable a, and b is just another number. Remember, we're looking for rational solutions for a and b, which means if there is a rational root, it's going to be a factor of this final term, which is -10b cubed. Well, those factors are plus or minus 2, plus or minus 5, plus or minus b. Well, if b is a factor, what happens when we substitute b for a into our cubic? We find that it works. Whatever a and b might be, they are equal. We can take that information back to our previous equations and solve for a and b and get a half. Our first cube root is 1/2 plus 1/2 times the square root of 5. A similar song and dance for the second cube root leaves us with 1/2 minus 1/2 of the square root of 5. Here's a question for you. In this case, the cube root of the conjugate is the conjugate of the cube root. Will that always be the same? We combine everything. The square rooty bits cancel out. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1. Bob's your uncle. Check out the calculus playlist and the other thing, and cheers.